Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm thankful to share this space with you. Since you're here, let's get this work. My name is Elijah Gann, educator by occupation, father by choice, black on purpose, and a man through my actions. I'm here to share with you how I use poetry, meditation, and hard work to channel my aggression into the actions that help me build my dreams. Now, all of my dreams aren't big. Some of them are simple, like making it through the day without flipping out or being so scared that I won't have enough money or food for myself or my family that I let that fear manifest in anger. I choose to seek knowledge because I won't let self-destruction be my downfall. I know for certain that the rage I feel at times is just as much of a strength as it is a problem. I know that if I don't have an outlet for my feelings and thoughts, that I will explode. It's guaranteed. And more times than not, that explosion hurts the people that I love, whether it's directly or indirectly. I'd like to recap what I shared in the last video, share a few quotes, and then discuss how writing can help you repair harm and mend relationships. In the last video, I shared that writing a piece about a topic and directing it to a specific audience could help you begin to separate righteous anger from self-destructive rage. It is human to feel things, yet we have the power over what we choose to do with those feelings. Righteous anger could mean that you are justified in how you feel, but that does not imply that all responses to those feelings are appropriate. In other words, the feeling of anger does not justify violence. If you haven't already, identify something you have strong feelings about. Spend some time researching the topic and write down what you are passionate about, why you are passionate about it, and what you want to do with that passion. I shared an editorial that I wrote titled Wild in the last video. In that editorial, I talked about while people were doing one thing, they were expecting another. One's perspective on a topic changes by how they believe it is impacting them. What is good for you can be bad for someone else, and vice versa. It is important to write about what you believe in, to continually to question and refine what you believe in. Doing this will aid you in your visiting process and help you on your journey of personal growth. While in the gym working out, I came across a quote that said, "Suffer the pain of discipline today or suffer the pain of regret tomorrow." This was powerful to me because I recognized that there was going to be pain on this journey regardless of what choice I made. I could choose to confront my issues and deal with them head on, or I could choose to avoid them and deal with the fallout that came from doing nothing. I accepted that if I did nothing, then I could not complain about the results, yet if I was willing to put in the hard work, then I could have some control over those results. In the first video I did, I referenced issues that I had with my father growing up. As I continued to grow, I eventually decided that I wanted to have a positive relationship with my father, regardless of the choices he had made in his life. I decided that it was my choice to forgive him or to hold on to the anger that I felt. Honestly, I spent years going back and forth between being angry and finding peace. I share this so you know that personal growth is a marathon and not a race. It is not a one and done where you do something and then everything is better. It's a choice that you must make every day. It is an opportunity to forgive yourself and to forgive others and to try to be better with each interaction that you have. My father and I mended our relationship, and it is not something I did alone. He has also been on his own journey of self-discovery. In recent years, my father developed his own mantra that he chooses to live by and share with others. Every day he wakes up and he says to himself and other people that he encounters, "Walk with a purpose." This means hold your head high, forgive yourself and others, set out each day on some type of mission, and let that mission be your focus, not the opinions of others. For him, it helps him let go of long-standing fears that he struggled with throughout the years, while for me, it means to be focused on something you can build rather than something you can destroy. Another quote I came across in my journey is, "A dragon does not always have to be slain. It can sometimes be befriended." For me, this quote means that everything I perceive as a threat or everyone I perceive as a potential enemy does not have to exist in my life that way. Through my actions and choices, I can nurture positive relationships. It also communicates to me that there may come a time that I have to sever ties to some emotional relationships in order to preserve my personal well-being. These quotes have served as mantras in my life. At times, I will write the quote down and try to list out what I'm doing to live those true. It helps me refine my actions on a regular basis. As you continue on your journey, you will find that in some cases you have done something to harm someone else and you want to mend it. In my home, my mother was very clear that an apology didn't mean anything if it lacked sincerity. And for an apology to be sincere, you had to own what you did, why you did it, and acknowledge what you can do to repair that harm. We couldn't just walk up and say, "Mom, I'm sorry." We had to take the time to weigh the impact of our action and come up with a reasonable response that could potentially repair that harm. Depending on who the person is, you may not simply be able to walk up to them and talk to them. Writing a letter or apology that is sincere is the first step to mending strained relationships after acknowledging that something has occurred to make the relationship suffer. Take some time and think through the relationships in your life. Have your actions or choices placed strain on those relationships? Identify how your actions have impacted the relationships that are important in your life. Write down the person, the type of relationship, and what you did to harm them, and then brainstorm something you can do to repair that harm. Don't be hesitant to ask the person what you can do to mend it if you're not sure what to do. Take all of those things and then put them in a letter and share it with them when you are able. I hope that writing a letter to mend relationships helps you find peace. Peace.